people in our party who actually are kind of horrified by Donald Trump. I'm one of them. It is time now to unite behind the one man who can beat Donald Trump, who can beat Hillary Clinton, who can beat the D.C. cartel. It is time to unite behind Ted Cruz.
Former Republican candidate Carly Fiorina endorsing Senator Ted Cruz, praising him as a constitutional conservative. Senator Cruz touted the endorsement as a sign of unity. Cruz's senior foreign policy advisor, Victoria Coates, is with me now. Victoria, thanks for the time. How important is Fiorina's endorsement to the Cruz campaign?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And Carly is just a wonderful voice for conservative women and conservatives in general, and we are absolutely honored and thrilled to have her with our campaign. She's just so clear-cut in her principles, her business savvy, her acumen, and from my perspective, very importantly, her experience on the international stage. I think she's going to be a tremendous asset. And as I said, we're really honored to have her support.
So, Victoria, Ted Cruz says he can beat Donald Trump for the nomination. Here is the senator at a rally.
There is only one campaign that has beaten Donald Trump repeatedly and that can and will beat Donald Trump in this nomination.
Ted Cruz is interesting because he's always saying, I'm the only one that can beat Donald Trump. Take a look, he never beats me. Meaning he rarely beats me. The fact is that we're going to do well.
How can Senator Cruz gain back some of the votes and beat Donald Trump, especially among conservative Christians that most people would have thought would have been for Senator Cruz out of the gate?
Well, I have to say Mr. Trump seems a little confused about the definition of the word never, because the last time I looked, we had beaten him a number of times, from Texas to the Northeast in Maine to out west, states like Kansas, Idaho, Alaska. So Senator Cruz has shown that he's got regional appeal, that he doesn't just play to a single type of viewer. Certainly he has a strong appeal to the evangelicals, as you noted, but clearly now that's not the only group that he appeals to. And he has proven repeatedly that he is the candidate that can, across the board, beat Donald Trump, beat him by double digits, beat him in big states. And so if the nation has decided that they want somebody other than Donald Trump for their next commander-in-chief, I think Ted Cruz is really the only viable alternative at this point.
Speaking of next commander-in-chief, we know you are his foreign policy advisor, so I want to get your view on Iran testing these missiles, saying they could be capable of reaching Israel. We have a quick soundbite. So, Victoria, that is just video of a rocket launch. But, I mean, these missiles were marked with the phrase in Hebrew, Israel must be wiped out. So what does this mean for the nuclear agreement that the U.S. and 6 other powers signed with Iran this summer?
Well, it's not very subtle, is it? I mean, the Iranians have been pretty consistent in their message of genocidal hatred toward Israel and toward the United States since 1979. And Senator Cruz has been extremely outspoken in his opposition to the very premise of these negotiations that started a couple of years ago. He thought, we filed legislation to this effect, that they should have accepted Israel's right to exist as a Jewish state and released the American hostages before the negotiations took place, so that they were clearly changing their behavior. But that didn't happen, and now here we are, a couple of years later. They're farther along with their technology, and we're just accepting these tests. These are the third and fourth tests, I guess, since the JCPOA was enacted this summer. It's outrageous, and the White House has absolutely nothing to say. They say they're looking for an adequate response. It's really, I think, very frightening.
And Victoria, I heard your statement that Senator Cruz is more than ready to deal with tensions such as these. Perhaps with you as a senior foreign policy advisor. Thank you so much. Victoria Coates with me there.